AI is coming to devices. It's already in a lot of devices, has been for years. Honestly, I hesitate to call it AI. It's more, really sophisticated machine learning. But essentially, a lot of the functionality that you're used to when you're on a browser and you're talking to Gemini or ChatGPT or Siri or Alexa, instead of being mostly done in the cloud, like those workloads, those inference workloads are happening somewhere else, and then you're experiencing them through your device. But the compute isn't really all happening on your device. More and more of that compute is actually happening on the device. And there are some advantages to that. One of them is cost. If the device is doing the workload, you don't have to pay for tokens. It doesn't use up energy and resources in a data center. In terms of latency, having an immediate response from your device that doesn't have to go through a network and then back also is much better as an experience because it's the secret to really having interactions with an AI or an assistant or an agent that feel organic and natural, like you're having a conversation with a human being that doesn't have his brain miles and miles away that has to process stuff. And then also for security reasons, having a lot of your searches, your discussions, your interactions with assistants and agents happen on device where your data can also be stored without having to be sent in the cloud. Your queries also being held on your device as opposed to like having to be transmitted to a server somewhere and then back. There are a lot of security, positive security implications there. So there's been a push with semiconductor vendors and their device partners to bring as much of that inference, that AI capability to the device for all of these reasons, for better UX, better security, better experiences overall, and then just, I guess, a more federated approach to resource management for AI workloads. And so that's what you're seeing. So mobile phones have already been able to do live translation, for instance, or
Hmm.
transcription. They've been able to do stuff like this. You've seen a lot of AI that you might not realize was AI at first, optimize your photos and your videos and optimize audio and like your
Yeah.
devices, like your headphones do noise canceling. That's also increasingly more AI driven. And of course, with PCs, you have assistants and a lot of sort of system optimizing capabilities on device that allow your computer to run all day without needing a charge, right? Without overheating. You might also you're starting to see a lot of these agents and assistants be on device for the same reasons that I mentioned earlier, which is that you have more privacy, more immediacy. If for whatever reason you're traveling or there's a network issue and you can't find Wi-Fi, or there are too many people in the network at an airport terminal, for instance, then you can still continue to work, right? You don't lose that productivity because you lost your connection because your computer is AI capable. So you're seeing a lot of that. That's generally what's the big transformation that's happening from a technology standpoint, not an economic standpoint on the device
And
and
this
device world.
this transition is really driving changes in hardware.